This is Matrix Lord 212, and all this craziness going on about the classic Doctor Who episodes. Um, Good morning, everyone. It's 7:50 in the morning, having my coffee. There's a lot of Who hate out there, people. A lot of Who hate. Um, I make videos just about all the time, just like everyone else. I report the news just like everyone else. But it seems to me that for some reason, my channel is a magnet for haters. Now, I did an article, a video about the classic episodes found, a lot of them. And everyone, majority of the people were so quick to jump down my throat. Some even friends trying to take apart my video, but yet you don't see me taking apart anybody else's video. Okay, now a lot of times we get news. Sometimes you see me putting stuff in question marks in the title. There is a reason for this, because a question mark means it's in question. But I did report the news. Now notice how I didn't even do a retraction either. I mean, I did mention on the Whovians cast, the real Whovians cast, about, that I never said it was definitive or not, but I never did a retraction anyway, because I don't believe anything. I don't believe when Stephen Moffat tells me that Matt Smith's going to be the Doctor forever. I don't believe every single site when they say that Matt Smith's going to do another year when he never said he would, and I stuck with my guns. Even though I reported what they said, there was an article too I reported when the Sun said he was staying. I even said in the video, this is what they're saying, but I don't believe it. And I stick with my guns, and everybody's like, oh, Matrix Lord, you don't know what you're talking about. Matt Smith is staying on till 2014. Matrix Lord was right. And I don't really like to do videos like that where I say, I'm right, I told you so, but I did tell you so. And what I'm getting annoyed is that even people from the past, people I haven't even seen in so long, are coming on my videos. Now, Trey Student 1, I remember that name from a long time ago. I wonder who that is. But, a lot of people coming on my channel and saying, Matrix Lord, you don't know what you're talking about. You're a liar. You're this. You're that. And then what happens is you find out, oh my God, Matt Smith did quit. And then they still don't believe it until the BBC's flat out say Matt Smith quit. And then they're like, oh, I guess Matrix Lord's right. Damn it. So what is with the Who hate, people? Why do you guys hate me? I love Doctor Who. I love Doctor Who fans. I love everything else. But what's with the Who hate? Do I hate you? No. God bless you. God bless you. I don't hate anybody. I don't hate, well, maybe two people in this world, but that's besides the point. But anyway, I don't hate hardly anybody. Okay, and why? Why, man? Why? Why ask why? Why hate Matrix Lord? My voice is a little hoarse, so I'm drinking coffee. There's no reason for hatred in this world. Okay? It is a wasted emotion. Who hates? That's what we're dealing with today. Who hates? We were dealing with yesterday with people like, he's nothing but a liar, that Matrix Lord. He lies. He lies. No, I don't. I report the news as I see it. And if I feel strongly about an article or a story, just like Matt Smith leaving, I stick with my guns. And even though people were reporting that he's staying, I did report what they said, but I reported also that I believed he was leaving anyway. So, yes, the classic Doctor Who episodes are possibly found. Now, you got to think about it this way. You've been the BBC. You've been searching for these episodes. You kind of dropped the ball with the 50th anniversary. Just saying. You kind of dropped the ball with Series 8. Just saying. You're thinking to yourselves, man, what could we possibly do? What kind of attention could we bring that could save the 50th anniversary, because we really kind of screwed up. Either they did or Moffat did or whatever. So let's spend a little money. Let's throw a little money out there on a hook. Here you go. Look at all the money. Ooh. Anybody got classic episodes? Ooh. And guess what? Somebody bit. So, yeah, I do kind of believe that of every year in Doctor Who's history on the 50th anniversary, yeah, I kind of believe that they would find a lot of episodes. Yeah, I am saying that. Yeah, because you know what? This would be the time where you get the most effort from the BBC getting classic episodes. I would think. You would think in theory, okay? In theory, you would think that the BBC would get just about every episode found in the 50th anniversary. Would you think that they would get it in the 51st anniversary? Not really. Not really. I would think the 50th anniversary. If there were even any out there, I would think the 50th anniversary, they would get it. Common friggin' sense. Okay? You have a show where you split the thing to pieces, where you used to have a pizza pie, now you have a crumb. Okay? Then you expect it to still do good and not get canceled with a little bit crumb here and there. Like you're feeding a whole family with crumbs. Ridiculous. And then the people who sign the contracts or set up the contracts with the actors, oh, well, somebody kind of screwed up, and Matt Smith's contract was up during the 50th anniversary. That's nice. Great job with that contract. Because, not for nothing, if I was the one that was overseeing that, I'd say, hey, you know what? Before you cross your I's and dot your T's, we really don't want the Doctor to leave during the 50th anniversary because it would take away from the 50th anniversary. So make him sign till the next year. Yeah, exactly. That's what you would have done. Okay? You wouldn't have had his contract up the 50th anniversary right after. No, you wouldn't. Because you would think to yourself, well, I don't want anything to take away from the 50th anniversary. I don't want any distractions. And I don't want people talking about the 12th Doctor before the 50th anniversary happens. Yeah, because guess what? People are not talking about the 50th anniversary. They're talking about the 12th Doctor. In fact, hardly anybody's talking about the 50th anniversary special. They're talking about the 12th Doctor. See what I'm saying, BBC? God bless you. You did a great thing there by making the main actor's contract be up during the 50th anniversary. Even if they couldn't have did it, they could at least made it where his contract was up half the year, 2014, so that way we wouldn't have to have this whole fiasco. You know? And then you have the name of the Doctor, and this is not hate. This is just simply saying you kind of pissed off half your audience with the John Hurt thing, I gotta say. Because you're talking classic Whovians. And of course, some new Whovians probably wouldn't mind. But classic Whovians would. So you kind of pissed. Now, what happens if that audience stays pissed after the 50th anniversary? What happens if out of those 50% of Doctor Who fans, 25% leave? You gotta do the show according to fans. A fan fest? Yeah, absolutely. They're doing Star Trek as a fan fest for the 50th anniversary. The 50th anniversary of Star Trek is going to be a movie. It's going to be ridiculous. But this one, we don't know really what's happening, do we? So, and then they throw this whole crap around about 60 minutes, 90 minutes, 60 minutes, 90 minutes, 60 minutes. Oh, well, we got to cut it back because of Strictly done been dancing. Yeah? For a dancing show? Really, BBC? You're going to cut your 50th anniversary of a show because of a dancing show? That goes to show the BBC's priorities, first of all. And second of all, this is the same company that, and this, I just don't understand for the life of me how. Even if you live in the same country as the BBC, why people would stick up for the BBC and say, hey, you know, like they're the ones that canceled Doctor Who. And not just canceled it, they try to massacre it on TV and rip apart John Nathan Turner, Sylvester McCoy, everybody. They tried to rip the shreds out of them so that way people would cancel it. You would sabotage yourself. And then they were the ones that brought it to America. And then all the hatred's coming on us. Why? Why who hate people? You need to, don't hate, but you need to criticize who's doing this stuff. BBC canceled Doctor Who, criticize BBC. BBC brought Doctor Who to America, criticize the BBC. Don't criticize America. America loves Doctor Who too. That's why they did it. That's why they paid for it to do it in 1996. You know, the world should be with peace and everybody's equal, and yet people have egos and they think they're above this country and that country. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. I don't care what they, people could do whatever they want in their own country. God bless you, man. As long as you don't bother me in my country. God bless you. Everybody should live in peace and harmony. Do what you got to do, man. As long as it's not evil, you know. So, I mean, all the hatred of people who live in Great Britain for Americans, that's terrible for Doctor Who. I love Doctor Who. I don't think I'm above anybody else. In fact, half the times I walk around with hardly any money in my pocket. I'm not parading around that. I'm not showing that off. People think, oh, he's in front of the camera again. He loves himself. No, I love Doctor Who. I love talking to people. I love talking to friends. You can't promote yourself if there's nothing to promote. You know what I'm saying? I make videos because I love making videos. Okay, I love and I was never gonna make videos if it wasn't for Spurgeon Star 2009 or I Just Subscribe Now. Scribe, Joker Scribe. There would be no Matrix Lord 2 and 2, and I say that all the time. I say that in my message on YouTube. Okay, and I'm always grateful for those two, Steve and Mark. A lot of Who hate, man. Get rid of the Who hate, please. Please. Also, if someone's going to talk about Matrix Lord when Matrix Lord's at work and make a video about it or make videos in a podcast, why don't you call me out on my channel and tell me? Because maybe I'm not watching you. So people want to talk about, oh, Matrix Lord's this. Bring it. Bring it. Bring it on the Real Whovians cast. Because, I don't like that, man. I see that as slimy. And I see that as hiding in the shadows, like Bane would say. I mean, come out, man, and talk to me about it. Why the Who hate? Okay? And that's the problem. When people don't know who I am, they try to guess who I am, and they get it wrong, and then they formulate this whole opinion of evil about me, which is crazy. So, I don't think I'm all that. I didn't even shave this morning. I woke up, my eyes like this. I see, Who Harmony at 4 o'clock, meanwhile like 7. I'm like, oh, I would have loved to do Who Harmony. I felt like I was blocked from yesterday from it, but Sammy Carter, I love your show. I love Living in Dream Stories. There's a lot of who hate out there, guys. Who hate. And fans of Doctor Who should not be hating on each other like that. It's crazy stuff. So I am going to say that no, I did not retract the Doctor Who Lost episodes found. And no, I will not. It's going to stay up there with its question mark. And I do believe myself that of every year 48, year 49, year 50, year 51 of Doctor Who's anniversary, yeah, I kind of think that the BBC would find it in the 50th anniversary. It would make sense. Because I don't see Series 8 here. Not really. And Series 7 Part 2, that was from like 2012. Kind of carried over. So we got stamps and a 50th anniversary and a docudrama. So, yeah, I kind of would. Yeah, I would do whatever I could to find lost episodes and put it out there. Because that would be the only thing, maybe, that would make up for the 50th anniversary disaster, I would say. And it's not hating and it's not negative. It's, if I was doing the 50th anniversary, there would be an anniversary. There would be the Series 8. You would be flooded. Flooded. You would have Series 7 Part 2. You would have Series 8. You would have Christmas special. You would have a docudrama that would be in parts. Not just, showcasing William Hartnell and Patrick Troughton, but you would showcase Colin Baker and everybody. John Pertwee, Tom Baker, Colin Baker, Sylvester McCoy, everybody. Different actors playing those parts. And then have them in cameos. Because I think that the docudrama should have been more episodes. I think they should have made a thing out of it. I honestly do. And you would have had a 50th anniversary that would have been the whole month of November, like a Spurgeon Star said. And you would have had classic Doctors. You would have had classic monsters. You would have gave fans what they want. Now, I don't know if the classic Doctors are in it. Don't know. Because Moffat said you don't know what he's filming behind closed doors. Could be true. But I do feel that if we get a nice 50th anniversary special, that's great. But the anniversary year, we lost a whole season for one episode. And I'm just saying, And it was also, too, the bull crap that, why did we lose Series 8? Well, we kind of lost Series 8, too, because somebody was distracted. We know that, okay? We have Moffat, who is a great writer when he wants to be, a great writer, and his head is in the game when he wants to be, handling too many different things, personal and business-wise, with Sherlock and everything else, movies, and as well as personal life. And then you get Matt Smith. You knew he was leaving. So do Series 8 and do it this year, and then do the 50th anniversary. How could you have so much pressure of the 50th anniversary when you're not even doing the 14 episodes of Series 8 before it? What are you filming this year? The 50th anniversary. That's it, and the Christmas special. So what kind of pressure is that? I think people back in the day, you realize how hard people worked back in the day, and now this day and age, people don't work as hard? Think about it. What kind of pressure is that? The pressure would have been that if I would have felt sorry, but like, oh man, he's doing 14 episodes of Series 8, and he's doing the 50th anniversary, and he's doing the Christmas special? Yeah. And then why talk in the singular? Well, obviously we are talking in the singular because there ain't no multiple so far 50th anniversary episodes. And this is not hating towards Stephen Moffat. It's just I don't like the bullshit that they constantly feed us and throw out there. How could every single Doctor Who site get it wrong? Everybody is on everybody else's shoulders watching what they do. This one's like, oh my God, he just put an article out. Mathman says he's staying, and then everybody repeats the articles and changes the words. Everybody. And then they find out that the article is bullcrap. And then they're like, oh. You know? There is no Doctor Who news out there, guys. They keep mentioning an actor a day, a female actor, an animal, anything to put a story out there. Then they have the actual actor have the reaction to the guest that they already assumed. And they're like, yes or no. Then they go on to their own philosophy on how, yeah, the Doctor should be a woman. Crazy stuff. There is no news. Nothing. They're creating stuff every day. They're pulling stuff out of their TARDIS. Telling you. You have all these sites that are trying to stay alive. And the show is not even on. What the hell could they talk about? They got to create bullcrap just to survive. You know? They got to create stuff that's not there until they piss off someone like John Semney saying they're full of crap. And then they do an article about how they were full of crap and how John Sim basically giving them a finger. I mean, this is crazy. This is crazy. Do you realize how funny this is? They make up shit. The only article, the only thing newsworthy was that they found classic Doctor Who episodes. That's it. There's nothing else. They'll put stuff out there like, why should the Doctor have a sonic screwdriver? Because you don't know what you're talking about. There's nothing to talk about. Why did do an article like, why did Tom Baker have a scarf as a doctor? Was he cold? Something was wrong with regeneration? They make a freaking story about everything. You know what they should do? Because every time we mention Absorbaloaf, make a massive Absorbaloaf story. Challenge people to write a proper Absorbaloaf story to make it huge, how you would do it, or how this contributor would do it, or how this guy would do it, to make an Absorbaloaf a proper villain. Do that. Or how you would bring the Candyman back. Do that. You know, you got to work with what you have. If I was Stephen Moffat, I would do stories with the Master. You know, if he's afraid to do a story with the Master, I would jump into it purposely if I was afraid to do a story with the Master. Because you got to challenge yourself as a writer, don't you? You should challenge yourself. Just like your boss challenges you when you're not the head writer and you were a writer, and you made the greatest episodes known to man, you challenge yourself. Challenge yourself. You're afraid to write about the Master, you write about the Master. You're afraid to write about the Time War, you write about the Time War. Because in the end, you're the boss anyway. Who's going to challenge you? You know what I'm saying? It's all bull crap at the end of the day, people. There is no news today. No news. Oh my God. You realize that they spaced out the, you know, they find the mother lode of classic Doctor Who episodes. Then they make a false article that it's a hoax just to have news. And now they have the news again that it is true. And this will be the whole week. It's true, it's not true. It's true, it's not true. They'll space this out for a week and a half. Then they'll say, oh, yeah, it is true. Because there's no news, guys. They will take apart their own article just because there's no news. Do you realize that? Do you realize that? Someone's going to put out that Matrix Lord 212 is the 12th Doctor. Watch. And they're like, no. Well, Matrix Lord's good writing in episodes. He knows. No. I'm not the 12th Doctor. I'm not writing Doctor Who. They'll do any article. So, it's a lot of bull crap. And half the stuff I'm not even talking about. Every time an actor comes on, I'm not talking about that. It's baloney. Why talk about baloney? I eat baloney. Baloney and salami I eat. On a hoagie. Hero. Little Matrix Lord fact. I like getting cold cuts. Oh my god. I dropped out? What happened here? Oh my god. What happened? Somebody's activating my screen. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, Matrix Lord loves to buy cold cuts. Had a nice big Italian bread sandwich. Absolutely. Anyway, a lot of these articles are bullcrap, guys. You got to understand it. It's bullcrap. So, yes, so far I was right about the classic episodes. And please don't hate on Matrix Lord. And if you're going to hate on Matrix Lord, then come on to the show or talk to me live or send me a message because I would like to know who's bad-mouthing me. Thanks. All good fun. God bless you. And you know what? Please, let's make new episodes like the classic ones. Like really, really good. Great story. Great villain. You know, let's not have these crazy, crazy plots and possible girl and why she living, why she dying, like Roy was living and dying, that they never answered why Roy was living and dying. You know, stuff like that. So, all right, guys. Take care. Bye for now.